Hello, everybody. Good evening. Um, my name is Akshay, and today we'll be handling resume writing. I'm just waiting so that I start exactly at 6. Just waiting for people to log in. Hello. Good evening, Dilip. I hope I got your name right. Where are you from, Dilip? Good evening, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. A hearty and a warm welcome to all of you. Oh, okay. Good evening. Good evening. I'm really amazed at how quickly, all of us are getting used to technology. All of us are getting used to the online session and online classes and all those things. Good evening, everyone. I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this session today. I'm just going to give 5 minutes so that people who are unable to connect, let them connect. Let's give an opportunity. And once we start, we can go ahead and we will start the session on resume. A lot of us, a lot of us have this issue when it comes to resume writing. Good evening, everyone. Very good evening. All right, we tend to copy and paste the resume from someone else, and that's exactly what I'm here to break. My name is Akshay Agastya. um, I am associated with Genesis. I'm the VP for learning and development, and here I'm really excited. First of all, it's like I'm going live for the first time, so I'm a tad bit nervous. So I request all of you not to be be good to me, all right? Come on, man. Okay, okay. Exactly at 6:05, I'm going to start the session just so that I give enough time to people who are uh, trying to join. I'm from Karnataka. Can I get where you guys from? I mean, just to kill time. Where are you guys from? Like, uh, because yesterday we had people for the tech session, we had people from uh, what do you say, from Kashmir, from Meghalaya, from Telangana, from Andhra, somewhere from Maharashtra. So where are you guys from? Udupi, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kodad, okay, Punjab, okay. I'm fine, thank you. Hyderabad, Karnataka, AP, Udupi, Kannada, okay, Karnataka, Bihar, Hyderabad, PS, Mandya, what's up? Mandya again, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Chikbalapur, Bangalore, uh, UP, MH, Faridabad, PS, Mandya, okay, awesome, 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 great. So, the last 60 seconds, and after this we are going to dive deep into this huge Ballari. Okay, nice. Kerala, Vijayawada. So I'm so happy, man. I've covered. Anyone from Tamil Nadu? Give me one name from Tamil Nadu, man. Come on, please. I'll be really very happy. How to mark attendance? Do not worry about attendance. This is not about attendance. This is just about you trying to learn something on your own. Okay. I want all of you to just relax, sit back. However, before the session starts, I want all of you to have a pen and paper handy. Whatever we talk today, living in Tamil Nadu, Krishna Priya Mundakkal. Oh, nice, nice. So we have covered the entire south part of India, few parts of North India, East India, and West India. Awesome. Great, 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 great. All right. So it's 6:05. I'm going to start the session. A hearty welcome to one and each and every one of you who are in this session today. My name is Akshay Vijayendra Agastya. I head the learning and development part at Genesis. I'm the vice president. And today we are going to understand what is resume writing. Okay. Uh, why is it important? What are the parts that we'll be looking into? How not to copy paste someone's objective, and why shouldn't we copy paste someone's objective? Is it really? Yes, certificates will be issued if you score 2 and above. Certainly certificates will be issued. What I would like to tell you guys over here is kindly make sure that you have a pen and paper handy. I want all of you to have a pen and paper handy. And while I am talking, or you're looking at the PowerPoint presentation, which would be flashing on your screen in some time, I want all of you to make points that are relevant to you. All right. This, as you know, is a soft skill class. This is not a technical class. This is not a verbal class. This is not a quantitative aptitude class. This is a soft skill class. So, more or less, everything is about your perception. What do you think about what is being said? All right. So, today we'll understand how to make sure we project ourselves in the right light, or how to project our data in a healthy way on the resume. All right. To start out with, let me just open the my PowerPoint slide. Okay, here it is, resume writing. What are the different things that we are going to understand today when it comes to resume writing? We're going to understand the difference between a biodata, a resume, and a curriculum vitae. What are the difference? All right. Then we are going to look into the contents of a resume. What are the different contents of the resume? Why is it there? And what active role does it play on the resume? We're going to do that. And then we're going to understand what kind of style should it be. What's this? When I say style, what is the font style that it needs to have? What is the font size it needs to have? And all such things. Finally, I mean, not finally, but there is also going to be the do's and don'ts of uh, when you're writing a resume, how to carry a resume, so on and so forth. Last but not the least, I will show you how a skeleton resume looks, and then in the end, you and I are going to sit down and discuss. Okay, it's going to be a question and an answer round. All right, we are going to discuss. So this is what exactly you are going to learn, and at the end of all this, there is going to be a quiz, all right, that you will have to take up. And if you score more than 2, believe me, it is easy. Most of you will score 5 on 5. All right. So at the end of this particular session, there is going to be a quiz. Please do attend the quiz if at all you are interested in getting your certificate for this particular course. All right. So without further ado, here we go. What is the difference between a biodata, resume, and a curriculum vitae? They're the same. Now, before I go over there, my dear friends, resume is resume, not resume. When you say resume, it becomes a verb, a word that shows action. To resume means to restart. Okay, so when it comes to that piece of paper that you hold, it is called as a resume and not resume. All right, so let's get it right from there. It's a resume. Okay, so what is a biodata? Biodata is nothing but it's about you. how your physical appearance, or which caste, creed, religion you belong to. The physicality of you is depicted in biodata. All right. So what you need to do when it comes to, if someone asks you your biodata, you would be talking about your appearance, your height, your weight, your religion, your caste, your creed, so on and so forth. So it is more of the physical part of you which will go into a biodata. A curriculum data bears information on academic proficiency, achievements, positions of responsibility, which is what are the different kind of positions you held, and it is usually used by fresh graduates or applicants for academic positions. Now, the twist is here: you would use a curriculum vitae to showcase how much you have, how much academically involved you are, academically forward you are, and to apply for a post of an academician. That's where you would use a curriculum vitae. Or if at all you're going for higher education, that's when you're going to use a curriculum vitae. All right. Now, let's look at resume. Resume discloses information about skills and experience, about the designation that you're applying for. A resume is very specific, it is to the point. If you are applying for a post of a coder, a tester, a developer, an architect, all right, so that resume should be only for that particular designation. Now, you might have a question. Well, Akshay, I am a fresher who is still in college. How would I go? I mean, how would I write a resume? How would I know the job description? Let me tell you something, my dear friends. If you are an engineer and there are companies visiting your college, they must and should tell you what designation they're hiring you for. And before that, every company would come and give them, I mean, they would give you a brief about the company. They will give you an introduction about the company. They would tell you what might be the salary range. They might tell you what kind of environment you'd be working in. They will also tell you what kind of technology that they are using in their regular curriculum, and how would they go about doing their day-to-day business. All right. So when it comes to resume, it's absolutely specific. I hope you understood the difference now. Can I get a thumbs up if at all you understood the difference between a biodata, a curriculum vitae, and a resume? Is this clear? Are we clear till here? Can I get a thumbs up or a peace sign? Anything, just to tell that you understood. Or do you want me to repeat it? Any kind of sign? Great, great, awesome, awesome, awesome. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to take you back to the PowerPoint presentation. Awesome, guys. All right. Great. So all of us are in sync, and that's the best part. Now let's move on. The contents of a resume. All right. I'll tell you a story. Okay. I was also an HR once, and I used to take interviews, and an HR position is not what it's exactly not how you think. Our HR position is must. We can sit, we can chill, we have to interview people. That's about it, and keep on rejecting them. It is the dead opposite. Let me tell you, an HR job is really hard job. One, you need to source the right kind of candidate. Two, after sourcing the right kind of candidate, they have to check whether they are acceptable to the terms and the lifestyle of the company. Three, they need to look at your sustenance. What should the company do to make sure that you don't leave their company and you sustain? Sustainability is one of the biggest challenges an HR faces. So if an HR comes to your college and they reject you, please do not forget to ask the HR what are the areas that you should improve on. All right. An HR does not come to a college to reject you. An HR comes to a college to take you, because just like sales and marketing, even HRs have a certain threshold. They have certain targets to accomplish and achieve. All right, and if they don't do that, they get a left, right, and center from their bosses. Understand, HR is not the owner of the company. HR is just uh, one division in so many other divisions in a company. Okay, it's one part of the company, and there are people above them. All right, there are people above the interviewer, whoever comes to your group. There are managers, there are sales managers, there are HR managers, there are VPs, there are different kinds of stakeholders who will decide on what kind of people they want. All right, so if you get rejected in any interview, please don't come out and scold the HR that HR is so bad, he did not select me only. Look at what wrong you did. All right, it's always easy to point fingers at others and says it's that mistake, but please do remember, every time you point a finger at one, there are three fingers pointing right back at you. So let's look at where we are going wrong, and then we look at what others are doing. So, coming back to the story, there was an easy trick that I used to have every time I used to conduct interview. As soon as the interviewee walks into my cabin, I ask them to sit down, and they would politely sit down and hand over their resume to me. And once I have the resume, I look at the resume, I would look at the objective which is written, and then I would look at the face of the interviewer. I know I'm being biased. I know I'm being cynical, but then you know what? This is the easiest way for an HR to catch someone in an interview. All the HR does is, once you hand over the resume, they will look at your objective and say, explain the objective to me. And most of us, we know what we do when it comes to writing the objective. We go to our seniors, ask them which company they're selected for. If at all it is Mercedes Benz, if at all it is Google, Microsoft, VMware, we take their resume, Control A, Control C, Control V, copy and paste, only changing the names here and there. What have I written in the objective? What have I written in the internship? What have I written in the project? I have no idea. Why? Because I didn't write it. All right, now why don't I write it? It's because I don't know how to write it. So to get you to a point of what must be there in a resume, this slide will explain what are the things that you need to have in a resume. Starting off with, do not start your resume with writing resume over it. It's obvious, it's common sense. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever who are attending my show, there are three C's every HR is looking for. The first C is confidence. The second C is common sense. The third C is capability. If you're confident, and if you have common sense, and if you have the capability, meaning if your skills match the requirement of the job description, you are a sure shot hire. So please remember, you need three C's: confidence, common sense, and capability. All right. So starting off, never write the resume with resume. You can start off with your that's in the next slide, wherein you will start with your name, your mobile number, and your email address. Your name has to be your full name. Your mobile number has to be the one that works, and you can also give your guardian's mobile phone number just in case. When I say guardian, it can be your father, your mother, or your uncle or your aunt, whoever is whoever is your guardian. All right, whoever is listed out your guardian as your guardian in your college application, you can give their number just in case, but please do mention whose number that is. And finally, the email address. Please have a professional email address. I do not want hot Harish or sexy Sunita at gmail.com to be sending out their resumes. All right, it has to be your first name and your last name and few numbers at the rate Gmail or whichever mail you want. All right. Please make it professional. Your first name, for example, my first name is Akshay, my last name is Agastya. All right. So Akshay Agastya 12345 at gmail.com or anything like that. Whatever your name is, that one uh, at a particular email address. All right. So your full name, two mobile phone numbers, and your professional email address is what you will start the resume with. These are the things that you will start your resume with. Now, let's go back and look at the contents of the resume once again. First, there is an objective, then there is your academic qualification, then there is additional qualification. Do not confuse these two, academic and additional qualification. Then comes projects, then comes your internships, then your achievements, your co-curricular activities, personal information, and finally the place, date, and signature. All right. So let's move on. What is an objective and why should I write an objective? What's the purpose of me writing an objective? An objective is a summarized version of your resume. All right. If you are in the habit of writing a lot of emails and especially professional emails, there is something called as subject. All right. What is a subject? The subject is the summary of the entire email which follows after it. So, exactly like that, the objective in a resume is the summary of the entire interview. And how do you write it? It's pretty easy. First one, state the purpose of the resume. Why are you writing this resume? Let's use common sense. Why am I writing this resume? Because I am applying for a specific designation in a specific company, right? So that is the main purpose of the resume. So I am writing this resume in conjunction to the position that I saw in an advertisement in the newspaper or online or wherever. All right. Applying for a position of a developer, a coder, a tester in your esteemed organization can also be used. Second, talk about your strengths and your eagerness. And when I say your strengths, you hitting the gym, you having a six pack or a 16 pack or a family pack. No, I'm not talking about that strength. I'm talking about who you are inside. Are you trustworthy? Are you hardworking? Are you career oriented or goal oriented? Are you punctual? All right. And you just cannot say, I am all of these. If you want, you trust. If you don't want, don't trust. No, you cannot say that. All right. So choose two of your strengths. All right. Two of your strengths and show your eagerness. What does eagerness mean? Eagerness means willingness, means how in Hindi, if at all I can use Hindi, utsukta. All right. Uh, in Kannada, we would say, I don't know, I just lost the word. Interest, basically. All right. Show your interest towards the the job that you're applying for. Finally, your expectation. What do you expect from the company? I am sure 99% of you right now, when I said expectations from the company, you thought salary, correct? It is not salary. Come on. Salary is a part, it's a part of a lot of other things that you need to get into a company. All right. Guys, salary, no matter what. And I promise you this, majority of you, I'm expecting you guys to get into an MNC or a listed company. When I say a listed company, this means that that company is active in some of the stock exchanges. All right. So when you go to those companies, they cannot play around with your salary. If you're going to quote Kingfisher, you're going to quote just one company, but then there are thousands of companies which are paying its employees every month regularly, including my own company. All right. So please do stop worrying about your salary, guys. Never ever do anything keeping money in mind, because your entire outset will look very sellable. As in your outlook is not of intellectual outlook, or an someone who is excited to do something. You would not be projecting that. What you would be projecting is, I have problems in my house, I have problems in my family, so I need money. And I'm sure that is not what you want to project to the HR, because if you're running behind money, no HR would hire you. And I'll tell you why. Because Today, if at all you're joining my company for 5 lakhs, 6 months down the line, if somebody is offering you 5 lakhs 10,000, you leave this job and you'll go to that job. All right. So if you are running behind money, please be very careful, or please be sure. No, to answer the question, is it wrong to run behind money? No, we need money for everything, but that doesn't mean that you need to make it so obvious that you're running behind money. All right. So the purpose of this resume is to is to apply for a designation of a project lead or a developer. I am a hardworking, I am a punctual individual who's waiting to implement his or her knowledge into real time. Expectations. I expect a healthy working atmosphere. I expect a challenging working atmosphere. I expect my seniors to guide me and help me at times of trouble. All right. These should be your expectation should be growth. What is the growth pattern in the company? All right. How soon can I grow? Your expectation should be after getting a job also, will I be updated on new technologies? Because some companies invest in their employees to make sure they are up to date when it comes to technology, when it comes to certain other things. Companies take initiative. So those should be your objective. Those should be your expectations. Are we clear till here? Can I get a thumbs up? Ut- Uttasa. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I move on, please? Okay, great. So I'm assuming you guys understood what you have to write in objective. Great, yeah. Great, yeah. Awesome, yo. Awesome. Great. Let's move on. Let's move on. Academic qualification. All right. This is something that I would say be very precise over here. Okay. And this is also a place where you need to be absolutely truthful. All right. First of all, you are going to tabulate. Why should I write my, first of all, should I write my, my academic qualification in a table? The answer to me, if you ask me, this is my personal view. I am not saying if you write it differently, it is wrong. No, I'm not saying that. But if you ask me personally, anything which is tabulated means written in a table, all right, looks more appealing. All right, it looks very appealing to you when you see information which is in rows and columns systematically arranged and presented. All right, so that's why we say tabulate your academic qualification. But if you want to follow a different style, absolutely welcome. Guys, remember, we are there to make the HR's life easy and not miserable. Okay. So, how do you write the academic qualification? You write the academic qualification in reverse chronology. Reverse chronology means your last becomes first, the latest becomes first, and the first becomes last. Meaning, the first will be your BE, or your bachelor's or your master's. Then comes your bachelor's. Then comes your 10th, or then comes your 12th. Then comes your 10th. This has to be the order: master's, bachelor's, 12th, and then 10th standard. All right. You need to put the information in that particular uh, fashion. All right. Tabulation, like I said, tabulation, putting it into a table, make it looks more elegant. Please write the exact scores. Please do not round off. If at all you got 77.8%, all right, don't write 78%. Write 77.8% only. All right, because this is marks, and this is given to you by an authority. You cannot go on and round it off. This is not Baniya ka dukan where you can exchange things, right? So, or round off things or ask for a discount. Clear? This is not shopping experience. This is your scores. So it has to be exact. So what are the different information that needs to be there in your table is first is your institution name, second is your qualification, third is the board or university that you belong to, fifth, the year of graduation. My dear friends, I would like to tell you something over here. Please stop using the word pass out. Okay? No one passes out because of education. Passing out means you got drunk and you fell on the road. All right? That is what passing out means. But if you finish reading something, if you finish writing an exam and you got through it, you passed, that means you graduated. When it comes to academics, you graduate. Graduation is not only for masters and bachelors. You graduate from your 10th standard to your 11th and 12th. From your 12th standard, you graduate to diploma or you take up the bachelors. And after your diploma, you do your bachelors. And after your bachelors, you do your masters. And then you graduate to doctorate or PhD. All right. So you do not pass out. Please stop saying I'm a 2012 pass out. Like that means you've been unconscious for I don't know what 8 years now. Okay, so that's what pass out means. So please do not say pass out, it is graduated. All right, I graduated in the year 2019, 2020, 2021, whatever you're going to graduate. And finally, it is the scores. Like I said, please do not round off your scores. Let your scores be exactly the same that you have written. Now, sometimes when you write your data in a reverse chronology, sometimes what happens 10th standard will be in 90%, 12th standard will be in 80%, bachelor's degree will be in 70%. All right. So there will be a question by the HR, why is your marks decreasing so much? The answer to that question I will give you in my next interaction with you when we do PI, that is personal interview. There I'll tell you how to handle this particular question. You do not have to lie, or you cannot say things like, no, this miss was not good. That's why she did not give me good marks, or this college I was not able to adjust. That is not a reason you can give when you're applying for an interview. All right. You will have to talk about what other things you did apart from just your education, and the reason of which there is a reduction in your marks. Okay, so when we conduct a session of personal interviews and frequently asked questions, I will tell you how to tackle that particular question. Okay, but for now I'm going to read once again whatever is there on your screen. Your academic qualification has to be in reverse chronology. Last is first and first is last. Write it in a table. It is not a compulsion, but if you write it in a table, it looks elegant. Do not round off scores. Let your scores be the same. Now, what are the different topics you need to write under academic qualification? The name of your institution, the qualification, what did you study? B.Ed, PCMB, PCMC, whatever. The board or university, when did you graduate from? And of course, last but not the least, the scores. Are we okay? I have few questions over here. Is that compulsory to add? Yes, ma'am. Sahana, it is compulsory to add your academic information. It is very much. Otherwise, how will they know who you are? Uh, Sir, is photo inserted or not for resume? A photograph is not required for a resume, but if you want to go ahead, actually a photograph and your gender is required when your resume leaves the country. If not, there is no requirement for a resume. All right. uh, Photo, yeah, like I said, it is not a requirement. It is not year of pass, it is year of graduation. Sir, what if a student has a year gap? If a student has a year gap, it's not something wrong. You will have to give the reason as to why that gap was there. All right. If not, with the gap, you can go ahead and write your resume. No problems with that. Uh, Sir, what to write in resume when I'm pursuing my second year. You would write second year of graduation, and you would write the marks so far. That's what you're going to write. Then Akshay asked Rutuja. Rutuja, basically, I was telling you, okay, if you are still in your second year, then you will write the cumulative marks of your first year and your second year, and say in process because you're still in second year. Okay. Then what score should we write if you are currently pursuing the aggregate so far? First year, second year, third year. The aggregate so far you need to write in uh, the marks column. For an internship resume, yes, for any resume you will do the same, Rutuja. Navneet Soni asks, what about CV? CV, see, when it comes to CV, it has got more to do with your academic knowledge. All right. So you would not, over there, it would not make much of a difference. What should I write for intermediate pass out? First of all, you haven't passed out intermediate, you graduated intermediate. You leave at that. If at all you haven't gone ahead with your, what do you say, graduation, you just say that you're 12th pass, or you say I'm 12th pass. A graphic resume versus a plain text one. Which one? Avinash Upadhyay. That's an amazing question. A graphical resume or a plain text one? I would suggest, which one are you comfortable with? Because you are going to explain your resume in the interview, not anyone else. If you're going for looks and you cannot explain your resume, then there's no point about your resume being so beautiful. Or if you then keep your uh, resume plain text. If you make it graphical, go ahead, and you know how to talk about it, go ahead, no problem. uh, okay, graphical resume. Sir, I'm in my final year. What should I add? All 3 years scores? Uh, yeah. If you're in your final year, the cumulative of the first 3 years CGPI is what you need to write. Yeah. Shreya, what if at all we have backlogs and cleared them and have a good score? Shreya Gopal, don't worry. Backlogs, uh, almost all engineers have, but as long as you've cleared it, write that score. Do not mention about your backlog even in your interview until and unless they ask you for it. Please do not talk about it. All right. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Give me a thumbs up if at all you've understood so far. A peace sign, a thumbs up, anything. Varsha, isn't CV and resume same? No, no. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. That means I can continue. All right. I'm going to go on to the next topic. Great. Additional qualification. Now, what does additional qualification mean? I'm going to take up an example of a computer science engineer and explain to it. To a computer science engineer, C, C++, HTML, all are there in your academics. However, some of you might not have Python, might not have Ruby on Rails, might not have SQL, sorry, C sharp. All right. Different topics like this. All right. Any educational, any certification or no certification also, any academic related course that you can undertake and talk about it when people ask you questions, those are your academic qualifications, and that is what you need to write under your academic qualification. Whatever certification you have done outside college, all right, outside the college and outside the college syllabus, all right. You did Ruby on Rails, you did Android development, you went into hackathon and you learned a couple of subjects or lines over there. I'm not too good with software and all that. I'm just trying my best. All right. So if you have done anything else apart from your syllabus, those okay. Now again, the qualification that you've got apart from your syllabus, but which is related to your academics. Sir, I have done mehndi design course. Sir, I can do crochet. Sir, I can paint. I have done graphical painting course. If you're an engineer and it's not related to your academic, it's not an additional qualification. That will become something that you did for your time pass. It would become your co-curricular activity. It would become it would become your personal passion, that you went to learn crocheting or painting or nail art, or nail art is not additional qualification, so please don't put it over there. All right. So what are additional qualification? Courses undertaken apart from academics but related to academics. Okay. Skill sets acquired during the terms of education, like the kinds of workshops that you had attended, or the kind of paper presentation that you did, inter-college fest paper presentation, inter-college hackathons. All right. That is what you need to talk over here. Finally, is certificate compulsory? A lot of people think like once you have a certificate, that is what do you say, an authority to believe that yes, you can do it. Actually, it's the other way around. People do not care about your certificates. People care about how much you know, and that's exactly what the HR needs to know. How much of what you've studied can you recall and reproduce, is what the HR wants to know. You can have 1 million certificates, but if you do not remember anything from the certificates that you've done, then there is no point of your certification. So please don't do any courses for the sake of certification. Please do your courses for the sake of learning. Because once you've learned, even if you have the certification or don't, but you can answer their questions, you're on par. That's exactly what they're looking for. Clear? So when it comes to additional qualification, my dear friends, it's those qualifications that you have undertaken, which is in conjunction or related to the stream of education that you're studying. Clear? Any questions for this? Online courses allowed in? Yes, Krishna, online courses are allowed. Sir, I have done spoken English course. Should that be added or not? Spoken English? No. Online certification, yes, any online exam, any online certification that you have done, you can certainly go ahead and you can talk about it. There is no harm there. Okay, great, Varsha, great. Uh, okay, understood so far? Are we clear? Give me a dab, or give me a thumbs up, or give me a peace sign. Give me anything, man. So, learning Java and Python, which is not academics, can be included in additional. Yes, Muhammad Yassin Nawaz. I'm going to call you Nawaz, all right, Nawaz. Nawaz, yes, you can write Java, Python, everything you can write in additional qualification. Yes, in is NSS additional qualification? Archa, no, NSS is not an additional qualification. That would come under your co-curricular activities. That would come under your co-curricular activities. All right, so all of us are having fun. Okay, if someone from MTech domain should write the languages known like C, C++ while sitting in mech interview. Okay, if at all you're from mechanical engineering, please, if you are not from computer science, if you are from mechanical, civil, is, ip, ec, triple e, you can write c, c++ as your additional qualification. Mechanical guys, you too. I'm doing engineering, but I have done digital marketing course. That will not be an academic qualification. that will not be an additional qualification per se. It would come under your achievements, or you can write under co-curricular activities. uh, what what if we do? Okay, they deleted the question. All right, so I'm going to move on, my dear friends, and let's look at the next one. Projects. Every engineer should, must, have to do a project. If you haven't done your project, well, you're seriously causing a lot of problem on your resume, my dear friends, because your projects and your internships are the only thing that you can talk about because you did it, right? So you have involved yourself. You have to talk about the technology used, how many people, what was the idea, from the ideation to the execution and the presentation. There is a lot of work there, and that's exactly what shows interest in the subjects that you're learning. All right, sir, I am very much interested. Madda promise, I know, sir, I like engineering, but no projects, no internship, no marks also. So you're telling something different, and your resume is something different. All right. So if you're really interested, I'm not saying people who haven't done projects are not interested in engineering or not. I'm no one to say that. I will not say it too. But a project is what shows how strong your resume is. So, starting off, all of us know what projects are. If you haven't done any project, please don't write NA or not applicable. Projects are applicable to every engineer and every academics. These days, even BA, BCom people are doing projects, Baba. So, please do not write not applicable. It would be a really bad thing on your resume. Questions will be asked on the same, so be prepared. They are each and every, almost, man, from the time I've started CRT training, that is campus recruitment training, majority of your technical interview happens on the projects that you've done. If you can explain, especially for the non-IT people, if you can explain your project completely without any hesitation, you are on the right track. All right, so whatever your project is, be prepared. Things to include whilst writing the resume under projects. All right, name of the project, technology used, summary of the entire project within 2 to 3 lines. What is it all about within 2 to 3 lines? Because when they start asking questions about it, then you can talk more. But in the resume, just make sure it is 2 to 3 lines. Okay, I have a couple of questions here. Certificates received from attending workshops on different technologies should be mentioned or not? Uh, Arsh, Arsh, yes, you can mention it. Rakesh, sir, due to lockdown, I haven't done project. What do I say now? What do I say now? Uh, what if we don't have additional qualification? Can I write the topic and mention null? Never ever write null on your resume. Nothing is null on your resume. My dear friends, please remember this. Do not write not applicable. Do not write the heading and write null or nil under it. If you do not have anything, don't write the heading only. That's even better. Okay. Sir, when they take a bunch of interns, they use a software to scan our resume. What to be written in our resumes when such way is used in companies? Rutuja, see, let me tell you, more than software, if you've been shortlisted, an HR takes 30 seconds to look at your resume. All right. Even if that is once you're shortlisted. And for you to be shortlisted, the criterias are marks. You need to have a certain amount of threshold, like you need to reach a certain marks, only then you can apply. So even if they're using a software, it would not make a difference. Any questions about projects? Sir, I got an e-certificate in lockdown period, can I order? No. Is that e-certificate, Reddy Mahesh, is that e-certificate related towards your um, academics or non-academics? It depends on that. It depends on that. Clear with projects? Any questions in projects? Anyone? Can I move on? Can I get a dab? Sir, I have completed battery management system course. In that, I have completed capstone project. Can we ask this as a project? Uh, as long as it's a project, Srivatsa, you can add it. You are an engineer. If you have done tally, it is not additional qualification. Um, you can write it under co-curricular activities. Sir, what about group project? Yes, group project you can mention. Which type of project can we select? I have no clue. I am sorry. Sudha, I'm really sorry. I don't know what kind of project you're supposed to select. It depends upon what stream you're in. And you'll have to get in touch with your college professors. Sir, I participated in various competitions. How can I mention them? I'll tell you how. Certificate regarding academics. Then please write it under additional qualification. How to select a project? Again, I am not too sure. I'm really sorry, Sudha. I'm really sorry, Sudha. I don't know on what basis people choose their projects. I'm not too sure on that. If mentioned project description, okay, what is project description means? It is a summary of your entire project. Whatever you have done in that project, in 2 to 3 lines, you need to explain it. That's about it. Uh, if I do a project in different area apart from the post I applied, do I have to mention? You can certainly you can mention Krishna Priyam. You can do it. Can I add Coursera courses on resume? Certainly. If you know completely about it, go ahead, add it. Why won't you add it? Got an e-cert academics. Yeah, any e-certificates can be added. As long as it is academic, any e-certificates can be added. All right, it's good to go. Is it necessary that a fresher should have a page of resume? No, you can have 2 pages of resume too. I did the wing design assignment, so can I take it as a project? Well, there is a difference between an assignment and a project, Navneet Soni. A project is completely different from an assignment. So you cannot call an assignment as a project. Are we good? Can we move on? Sir, what if we have taken the same project to different competitions? One, Abhishek Dikshit M. If you have taken the same project to different competition, it is only one project. Nawaz, should we represent the model of the project after mentioning it in the resume? No, 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 no. You don't have to do all that. Can I move on? Give me a dab. Give me. Can we use LinkedIn as a medium? Dinakar, I don't know for what do you want to use it as a medium. To upload your resumes? Yes, you can. How many projects should be there? How many ever projects you've done? Okay. Vaishnavi Patil, how many ever projects you've done? Only write so many. All right, I'm going to move on now to the next thing, internship. Now, let's look at internships. What are internships? The internships needs to be relevant to what you are studying. I am doing my engineering, but my internship is in marketing. Then the HR will ask, why did you do a marketing internship when you're studying engineering? Then what will you say? Sir, I'm not interested in engineering. The majority of people, of engineers in India, have become engineers because their mom and dad asked them to become engineers. There are very small amount of people who are engineers because they wanted to become engineers. All right. So why am I telling you all this is because your internship needs to be relevant to the designation you are applying, or it has to be relevant to whatever education that you're taking. All right. If you're doing engineering and you're doing marketing internships, then you should apply for a marketing job. Don't put that marketing internship for a technical job. So whatever internship you've done, you have to write the relevant internship. So relevant internship add more value to the resume. Now, why does relevant internship add more value to a resume? The answer to it is very simple. It means that you already have a fair amount of knowledge. You have a clue about what to expect at work. It's like you have already got a fair amount of experience in the working culture. What is a working culture? How are you supposed to behave over there? How are you supposed to approach your seniors? How are you supposed to write your emails? Because once you start doing your internship, you will understand that there are various kinds of responsibilities that get thrown at you, right? A lot of responsibilities get thrown at you, and you need to manage all of them at the same time. All right, so that internship gives you an exposure to what you can expect from from the particular industry that you wish to get into. All right, so it is advised that you should have completed at least two internships. At least two internships. All right, relevant internships. It's a must that you have that you have done your projects and your internship. What if you haven't done? Well, it is a mistake. I won't say it is not a mistake. It is a mistake. You should have done it. But if you haven't done it, don't write it. Simple as that. Don't write internships and projects and say not done. It will appear very badly on your resume. If you haven't done it, leave it off. Okay. So, let's look at internships again. Relevant internships add more value to your resume. Relevant means if you're applying for a job in IT field, then you have to write IT internships. If you are applying a marketing field job, then you have to write marketing internship. Clear? You cannot write marketing for IT and IT internship for marketing. Doesn't work. All right. Contents of the internship details: name of the organization, what was the designation, which is usually an intern, nature of work, what kind of work did you do there, what kind of software technologies were you exposed to, all right, and what is your personal learning. All of this has to come in 4 lines. All right, all the information about your internship has to come within 4 lines. Do not exceed more than 4 lines, because whatever extra questions they want to ask, the HR will ask you, the technical person will ask you. All right, here you're just briefing them about your internships. All right, can we have any questions about internships? Do we have any questions about internships? If project is incomplete, do not mention it on your resume, Nawaz. We do a mini project in third year. Can I add it to the resume? Yes, you can, Mahalakshmi. Sir, I have completed only one internship till now. No problem. No problem. One internship also is good enough. Pallavi. Darshan says, Sir, can we add projects done in internship under project session? Yes, you can most certainly do, because it's a project. Abhishek Dikshit, if we have done projects in internship, okay, the same thing. Uh, you can write, see, a project done in an internship, a project is different, again the internship is different, right? So in the project, write the project that you did. In the internship, write about the internship that you did. Don't leave it. What if, sir, the designation held, what all should be written? Intern, designation is intern. Darshan, you have to write intern. Krishna Kumar says, what if internship is done in a group along with seniors? Mention the same, Krishna, no problem. Rakesh says, I have done vocational training. Can I add it? It is not exactly an internship, so you cannot write it. Can I add digital marketing certificate in extracurricular activities? Absolutely. Sir, what should non IT mechanical student who has done internship in a non IT field, write in resume for IT job. Okay, all the mechanical people stick to what you have done in mechanical. Your resume has to be mechanical, but in your additional qualification, talk about what are the non-IT languages that you have learned, like C++, Python, C Sharp. What are the additional courses that you've done, which is relevant to the IT job? Akshay Kumar Prasad. I hope I answered your question. Srivatsa, what if we are doing internship and apply for a full-time job? That's not a problem at all. Sir, can I add internship which is in process at the present? You can, Nawaz, you can. Uh, Pratisha, what about uh, LOR received? Where should we LOR? Preacher, what do you mean by LOR? Sir, I did internship in second year. In is it enough? It's not enough, but yeah, if you've done only that, you have to write only that. Sir, I'm from science background in undergraduation. After that, I'm pursuing MBA. If the interview asks to me why you came from science background, uh, how can I answer this? Mahesh Reddy, then you will have to talk about your interests. All right. Why did you change? You will have to give the right reason as to why you give. Sir, how to reply to an HR when we have done marketing interns with stipend being an IT student? It would be preferable that you don't write that internship because it is not happening. Letter of recommendation. Okay. It is not required. Letter of recommendation is not required until and unless the company asks you for a letter of recommendation. If not, it is not required. All right. On this note, it's 7 o'clock now. Can we take a 5 minutes breather? It's on my watch. It is 7 o'clock. Or we can we take a 10 minute breather and come back over here within 7:10? Can we do that? In the meanwhile, anyone who wants to ask questions can ask. But I need a 5 minute breather. I've been talking nonstop for almost an hour now. So can you please present internship slide? Sure. Preeti Shetty, letter of recommendation is something that is a letter that is given by your the place where you do your internship. All right, they recommend you that you're fit enough for the job. But these days, everything can be done. Everything is done on the interview itself. They will not ask for letter of recommendation. Can we get this PPT as a document? Of course, Manoj. Why not? Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Why not? What time the test will be given? Once the entire session is over, then I can give you you can go back to online Genesis and you can give the test. What is a cover letter? A cover letter is an introduction to your offer letter. Sure, sure, Naina. We will share this PPT with you. It should not be a problem. So far, hard copy best or sir internship certificate, hard copy best or soft copy? Technically speaking, Darshan, they will not ask for the certificate. What they will ask for is what did you learn from that place? That is what they'll ask for. Is cover letter compulsory? No, Akshay, cover letter is not compulsory. Sai Shruti, can I choose different technology on internship and project? Uh, can I choose different technology on internship and project? Yeah, if that's what you've done, then that's what you've done, Sai Shruti. You can choose different softwares. That should not be a problem. If we mail the resume, should the body of the email and the objective be same? No, no. It cannot be the same. Sir, how to reply to an HR when he asks a particular subject author and we don't know? Is it better to be honest or should we reply some name? No. It's better to be honest. It's better that you say that I'm not too sure about it, sir. I would not like to lie about it. Amitesh, that was for you. Sir, please talk about outfits. Sahana, I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about what to wear? Okay, what should be the subject to be written if resume has to be mailed? Resume underscore your name underscore designation you're applying for. That should be the subject. Sahana, for women, I would request you to wear a salwar. Sari is not required. A salwar and or if at all you want to wear a skirt, a professional skirt with a shirt which is tucked in and a blazer on top. If not, a salwar is more than enough. Salwar is considered professional. Preeti Shetty, if I know C, C++, Java, do I need a certificate for that? No. But do you know answers for any questions they ask? Darshan Sulake. Sir, should we modify our resume according to the job we are applying for, or should it be one for all? Honestly speaking, it should be different resume for different organization, different organization and different designations too. So all of you who want to take a breather, you can take a breather. So can you show complete resume at end of the session? Certainly, Darshan, there is a resume, and I will send it out to you. Naina, sir, if I know the basics of some languages like C, C++, what should I mention? that you know basics of C and C++. Nayana, you have to tell the same thing, that you're not uh, in the advanced version, you are still in the basic version of C, C++. The best tool to create resume, any template recommendation? Um, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't recommend any template, man. It's completely your personal thing, however you want to do it. But I would say keep your resume clean, neat, simple, easy to understand. Krishna, that was for you. Word is a best tool. MS Word is the best tool that you can use. Sir, can you tell about how to apply jobs online? You will have to log into one of these job sites, and there you will have to upload your resume like naukri.com, Indeed, and there are many such organizations. You'll have to log on over there, upload your resume, and there will be a series of questions. What designation are you looking for? What is your qualification? So on and so forth. And once you do that, people will start sending you or calling you uh, for jobs. That's how you go about it. Alrighty, it's 7:10 in my clock again. So we have exactly 50 minutes to wind up the session. All right. So shall we go back? Those who are here, shall we go back? Shall I start the session? Yes, no, maybe is a beautiful answer. Or dab me. Peace. I'm going to start. I'm going to start again. All right. I'm going to start again. I'm going to start again. So majority of you guys are here. So let's go back. Let's go back, man. Let's go back and let's finish up. So till internships, all of you are good. So I'm going to go on to the next slide, which is achievements. Over here, your achievements can be technical or personal. Like, you are an artist, mention over here. You are a hacker, an ethical hacker, mention over here. You've got any certification like NSS, NCC, Scouts and Guides, mention over here. You have represented your college in inter college fest, and I'm talking predominantly in B. Mention over here. If you are a volunteer, if you have been recognized, if you've been given an award like a state level award, a national level award, mention it over here. All right, your achievement. So you're basically whatever you're proud of, okay, that you have achieved, you can mention it over here. It can be both technical or personal, preferably the most recent ones, because if everything, all your achievements are, I won first prize in 10 standard, I won everything in 10 standard, but what did you do in engineering? Nothing. Then they will ask you, why? Why didn't you do anything else? And there is going to be a difference between your marks and you cannot say that I was studying. If you say I was studying, then your mark should be some 99%, which is not. All right. So please write as much as recent as possible. Okay. Uh, do not oversell. No one likes a gloater. Someone who gloats. A gloater means a person who gloats. Gloating means showing off. Do not write more and more achievements that it goes on to 2 to 3 pages. The top four achievements of yours, okay, or top five achievements of yours is more than enough. Okay, sir, I have one or two achievements. No problem. Sir, I have not achieved anything in my life. Then don't write the heading only. Clear? So if you feel that you haven't achieved anything in your life, then don't write it. Any district level, state level, national level activities should be mentioned, be it your paper presentation, gun range shooting, athletics, volleyball, swimming, dancing competitions. Some of you could have got into dancing competitions in state level or national level. Those of you who have done Bharatanatyam and you've done your Arangetram, it's an achievement. All right. So please do talk about it, but let it not be like a show off. I have done so many things and things like that. All right. The trick is to be confident and to be humble. All right. So please be humble. All right. So this is what should come under achievements. It can be technical or personal. It has to be more recent ones. Maximum 5, minimum 0. If you have no achievements, then don't write the heading. Do not show off, because the more you show off on your resume, then people start expecting someone with a really great knowledge to come and to be sitting in front of them. And your interview, obviously, you're going to be nervous and you end up making a fool out of yourself. All right. Then they'll ask, are they all right or you're just bluffing? Okay. So don't get into that kind of conundrum. Make sure that you mention how much is required and you leave it at that. But if you have certainly done any district level, state level, national level, taluk level competitions, or you've written exams, please do mention them. Hindi exams, pratham, dvitiya, there are so many things, right? So if you've done that, certainly it is an achievement. Please go and write it. If you have learnt other languages apart from English, any of the Indian languages, apart from any of the Indian languages, uh, you can write about it. It's an achievement. Any questions on achievements? Any questions on achievements, sir? Beside internshala, which are the various states to find internships? Internshala is the best, as per my knowledge. I think your seniors would be in a better position to answer. Any questions when it comes to achievements? Come on, quickly. Sir, can we mention YouTube short film computation in achievements? That will come in your extracurricular activities. Indradhanush. Those will come under extracurricular activities. Okay, great. Will course era specialization come under achievement? Preeti Shah, uh, what under course era did you do? If it is technical, then it will come under additional qualification. If it is non-technical, then yeah, you can write it under your achievements or you can write it under extracurricular activities. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Give me a thumbs up. If you have no more questions, please give me a thumbs up. So can say some examples in achievements to be mentioned in the resume. Okay, Samreen, like sports, cultural activity, if you won a prize, science and technology, if at all you won a prize, uh, uh, anywhere, basically, when you have achieved something, when you've got a prize for something, that comes under achievement. Good to go? All right, let's get back to action. Let's get back to action. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so achievements is over. Now let's look at co-curricular activities. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. A very, very dull boy. All right, so when the HRs also come to the organization, when they come to your to your institution, I'm sorry, when they come to your institution, they want all trader, sorry, an all rounder. Okay, have you heard this idiom called as jack of all trades and master of none? What does it mean? It means that someone knows little of everything, but then that person does not know anything completely. Well, the same idiom is changed now. Now, every HR wants jack of all trades and master of one. Okay, so if you know a little bit of everything, it's actually very good. You work, you so what are the things that they talk about? Anything else other than your academics? Any activity, volunteering for blood donation, volunteering for college cleanup, Swachh Bharat, or NCC, NSS, Red Cross camps. Um, Anything that you've done, like, you have your own club where you go for cycling club, trekking, hiking, mountaineering, bungee jumping, I don't know, anything which is non-curricular, but whatever you've done in your college time, and it should have some sort of association towards your academic life. Not necessary that you should have won. Okay, you when you're a volunteer in your college fest, you cannot win anything, neither can you show a certificate. All right, so all your volunteering activities also could have done. But if at all you have participated in, let's say, a hackathon, you are not the first three, but then you are there, go ahead, mention it in your co-curricular activities. Student club membership initiatives and affiliation can be mentioned over here. If at all you are a part of IEEE, GLUG, and other student body organizations, if you are a part of Toastmasters, if at all you are a part of Young TED Club, all these things you can go ahead and mention over here. All right. So anything else apart from your day to day education. All right. If you are an enthusiast, if you know how to play a guitar, if you know how to bowl. When I say bowling, I'm talking about the 9-pin bowlings. All right. If at all you write poetry, you know how to dance, or you can speak another language, you know how. I mean, you're an artist, you're a hip hop artist, you know how to rap, anything, man, you can write over here. But there is one requirement: this should not exceed more than six, out of which three should be from bachelor's, two can be from PUC, one from your school. If not, if you've done everything in your bachelor's, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Clear? So the reason why I'm telling you it has to be more from the recent years is because you can you can bridge the gap between your marks and your co-curricular activities. If you have less marks and more of co-curricular activities, you can say sir or ma'am. In the interview, you can say things like, sir or ma'am, uh, when I walked into my bachelor's, I could not speak to another person. I could not articulate to another person. And I saw there are people around me who could do it. And they were not only good in their communication, but they were also good in their academics. So I knew I was good in my academics. Passing an exam, getting a 60% or a first class is not my problem. My problem was to express. So what I did was I involved myself into more college related activities, and the result of it is today I'm sitting in front of you and giving this interview without any hesitation, without any fear. A little bit of fear is there, but then I think I can manage myself. So that's why I got more into co-curricular activities. Or you can say things like, sir or ma'am, when I sat in the class, I always was more eager to put it into practicality. So I joined a lot of student clubs, which used to help us understand new subjects, relevant topics, help us do few projects, and that's why I am confident of whatever I've studied. This is what you're supposed to tell whenever it comes to your co-curricular activities. But please do remember, my dear friends, not more than six. Your resume should not exceed more than 2 pages. At the same time, don't make it a single page also, because you would have done something in your life. All right. So, co curricular activities. Any question? Does is drawing under co-curricular activity? Yes. Is having good communication skill co-curriculum? Certainly, if at all you've been an MC or if at all you've been a speaker, it does come under your co-curriculum. What about languages should we know completely? Preeti, I didn't get you there. And any questions regarding co-curricular activities? I'm ready to help. Any questions? Preeti, I still do not know what languages are you talking about. If at all it is technical languages, then if you are if you know the basics, it's more than enough. It's not that you should be a master in it. Can I mention Rubik's Cube under co-curricular activities? Yes. Mahesh, yes. Japanese under co-curricular activities. No. Japanese would become an achievement. You have completed it, right? Akshay Kumar, can we add this Genesis resume certificate in certification column? You can write it under this is related to your academics and you getting a certificate. Put it under co-curriculum. What about sports played in college? Please do mention sports played in college. Any more questions? Yes, Archa, at the end of the session, we will give out a model resume. Okay. Uh, Organizing some programming, supervising events come under co-curriculum. Yes, Vaishaka. Preeti, in achievements other than English, Kannada, should we know about that language completely? Yes. Sir, I am good at drawing and sketching. Should I mention it? Yes, you can, Darshan. Okay. Is this video is this video recorded for reference? Yes, it is. I have one more question over here. Let me just look at it. Uh, okay. Should I be as fluent in Japanese as in English? Uh, isn't that the requirement? I mean, you are supposed to do you are supposed to be fluent, not as much as English, but if you can talk even a little bit, it's great. Where should I mention about my YouTube channel? Co-curricular activities. And congratulations. I am good at mobile photography. Can I mention it? As a hobby, yes, you can mention it, Rajshekhar. Alrighty. Can I move on to the next slide, please? Omkar, I did not understand what you said. Send. Okay. Can we go on? Okay. Let's go on. Personal information. A lot of people tell that personal information is not required on a resume, and they are true and they are false also. It depends upon you. Do you want to give out your personal information? And when you want to give out your personal information, what is that and why is that you're giving your personal information? The reason I would say that you need to give your personal information is because it has the name of your guardian, that is your father's name, your permanent address, because they will have to send you an offer letter or they have to send you anything. They need your permanent address. Your hobbies, what do you do other than studying all the time? And certainly the languages known. What are the languages? Not the technical languages, but Kannada, Hindi, English, Marathi, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, all those things. All right. Now, why is it important? Okay. It's important because whenever a document is generated in your name, it needs to be generated using your permanent address. It there might be a circumstance where then you need to give your father's name. Hobbies is to let the interviewer know that you are not a bookworm. You also have a life. Like you also know how to present yourself. You also do something for relaxation. Basically, you talk about your hobbies to break the ice. Too much of tension will be going on in the interview. So to break the ice, we put in a hobby also. And certainly, language is known. What are the languages you're comfortable with? Now, before I go to that, I would like to tell you something. Okay, um, guys, hobbies. When it comes to hobbies, please be very careful. Eating, sleeping, uh, cooking Maggie, making coffee is not a hobby. All right. Writing poetry is a hobby. Photography is a hobby. Uh, uh, any activity that you do on a regular scale to avoid boredom is a hobby. As simple as that. Okay. Watching TV is not a hobby, it's time pass. Listening to music is not a hobby. If listening to music is a hobby, then I will personally ask the question that if someone says like listening to music is my hobby, I would say tell me the different kinds of music you listen to. Then what you will tell? Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, Sandalwood, Rosewood, Steelwood, Plywood. God knows what wood is there. When you say listening to music, you need to know what are the different kinds of music. There is classical, there is traditional, there is Hindustani, there is Carnatic, there is rock and roll, there is punk rock, there is funk rock, there is acid rock, there is death metal, there is psytrance, there is house, there is hip hop, there is rap, there is R&B, there is blues. There's so much. So what are you interested in? All right. So please don't write, just don't fill it up with some lame kind of sleeping is my hobby, reading newspaper is a hobby. How come reading newspaper? From when did reading newspaper become a hobby? Reading newspaper is information. You're gathering information about your country and your state. It's not a hobby. It becomes a hobby when in a day you read 4 or 5 different companies' newspapers. Then it's a hobby. uh, Philately, that is stamp collection, is a hobby. Coin collection is a hobby. But you need to talk about it. You need to know about it. All right. So drawing, sketching, painting, dancing, as long as you know to talk about it and as long as you've been doing it on a regular basis and pursuing it, please put it on a hobby. Do not write things like listening to music, playing cricket. Playing cricket is not a it. It's not a hobby. And come on, it's not the only sport in the country. All right. So please be very careful when you talk about your hobbies. Last one, languages known, of course. One is the international language, one is the local language, and then the supposed to be national language, which is Hindi. Apart from these, if you know any other languages, Please write. For me, the international language is English and bit of Spanish. My state language is Kannada. I'm from Karnataka, and I can also speak a little bit of Tamil, Telugu, and I can understand Malayalam. All right, so that's how it goes. So write only what you know. If your father is deceased, then you will have to write late. Deceased meaning if at all he's dead, then you will have to write late. If you do not want to write his name, don't write his name. If you do not want to give personal information, don't give personal information. No one is asking you for it. It is completely your choice. Am I clear? Okay. Okay. And also, surfing the internet is not a hobby. And I have loads of questions over here. Let me go one by one. Stock market, yes, it's a hobby if you're doing it continuously. What about reading magazines, newsletters, and comics? Reading comics, maybe, but not reading magazines. No way. Playing chess is a hobby. Playing cricket or something is a hobby. No, playing cricket is not a hobby. You're playing a sport. Like even chess is a sport, but if you have achieved something in cricket or if you've achieved something in chess, then write it as a hobby. What about reading novels and other books? Fine, you can write about reading novels and other books, but if we ask you to talk about that book, you should be in a position to talk about that book. If at all I say, fine, you like to read novels, name five authors that you've read, and if you don't know the answer to it, then you're stuck. Meditation and yoga, can it be included? Certainly. Is planting trees can be added in all the gardening hacks? Oh, okay, this is a new one. What do you mean by planting trees? Sandeep S. Sir, I do craft work. Is a hobby or not? What kind of craft work? Do you do it on a regular basis? Can coding be no? No, 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 no. Gaming is a hobby, yes. What about listening to audiobooks? Yes. Audiobooks, yes. Uh, Learning new things is not a hobby, it is interest. Reading newspaper, no. Does reading self-help books qualify as a hobby? Yeah, it can. Can I mention daily exercise as a hobby? How is that a hobby? You're exercising to keep yourself fit. But if you're exercising, you have six pack and you're going for a bodybuilding competition, maybe then yeah. Gaming is a hobby. Gaming is a full-time hobby, and gaming is also an employment. If at all you didn't know, gamers get hired. Excuse me. Do you know that there are so many people who write reviews on games, and that's their hobby? Yeah, certainly. Vaibhavi Naidu, reading books and novels is certainly a hobby, but you should be able to talk about it. All right. Any more questions? Playing a musical instrument, Joel Fleming Mascarenas, is certainly a hobby. Any more questions? Or can I continue? Writing a diary is a personal thing, Preeti Shetty. It would not become a hobby. What about blogging? Blogging can. Blogging can. Yoga, yes. Stock market, yes. Bathroom singing, I finally found my mate. I am a bathroom singer too, but I would not write that on my resume. If we don't have a definite hobby, then don't write it. Simple as that. Is painting a hobby? Yes. Shivani? Yes. Bug bounty. What is bug bounty? Guys, don't give me technical terms, man. I don't know what kind of bug are you talking about? Is it a game? And by the way, for you to call yourself a gamer, it's not that you should play only that. What's that? Oh, damn. There was this game. Um, Candy Crush. Yes. Playing Candy Crush, don't call yourself a gamer. No, please don't call yourself a gamer if the only game that you play is Candy Crush. Let's proceed. We have come to the last and the final place of the resume. This is exactly how it should look like. To your left side, it should be date and place. Date is the date you are submitting the resume. Place is where are you going for that interview. If they're coming to your college, then you'll have to write the place name, like the city's name or the taluk's name, and your signature, it has to be your sign, and under your signature your full name has to be here. I'm sure there is not too much of complexities involved over here. Okay, just remember date and signature, place and full name in brackets. uh, a resume without your signature or without any of these four information is an incomplete resume. Never ever give a resume without your signature, my dear friends. Please remember this. Never submit a resume without your signature. Now, a lot of people ask me when I'm here, is declaration, I hereby solemnly swear that all the information mentioned above is to the best of my knowledge. I have not copied, I have not cheated, I was not high when I wrote this. Is it a requirement? The answer is no, it is not a requirement. We are HRs. We trust you. Okay? We know where you come from. And we also believe that you wouldn't lie to us. All right? That's point one. Point two, just because you wrote a declaration, it will not change anything in the interview. The interview will still be same. And still, it is just a redundant piece of line. As simple as that. And one more thing, when it comes to personal information, you might have to mention your gender and your nationality. Please don't write sex, write gender. Male, female. All right. Nationality, Indian. All right. You have to add these two provided your resume is leaving the country. Because Deborah, if at all I say Deborah is sitting next to me, some of you might wonder whether Deborah is a girl or a boy. And if you send your resume to, say, to America or to the UK or to the Netherlands, anywhere, basically, they will not know who is Lakshmi Prasanna. They will not know who is Ritvik. All right. Is it a girl or a boy? They don't know because that is not their names. So, only when your resume leaves the country, your gender and your nationality becomes important. Some companies might ask you to write about your marital status, and please don't write willing in your marital status. Just tell whether you're single or you're married. All right. So this is about signature, place, and data. So quickly, I'm going to run through all the things that we've done so far. The contents of the resume. You start off with the objective, you go to academic qualification, then you write your additional qualification, you write about your projects, your internships, your achievements, your co-curricular activities, your personal information, then the date and the signature. These are the constituents of your resume. Any doubts still here? I will certainly give you a sample copy of your resume. It will be on the website for you to take it out. PUBG is not a hobby, man. Come on, PUBG is not a hobby, and you are not a gamer because you play PUBG. Come on. Repairing household things is what? Repairing. Should we include declaration? I think I answered that question, Sahana. Sir, please send everyone a format of the resume. It will be uploaded. Is uploaded. It will be uploaded. Don't worry. Sir, can you suggest some online job websites? There is Samira, Samreen. There is Naukri. There is Monster. There is Indeed. There is Glassdoor. All these are websites for jobs. PAN card number? No. What about personal traits? You mean like your strengths, Hima? You can certainly talk about it if you really want, because anyway you would have spoken about your strengths in your objective. Why would you want to repeat it? What about AMCAT, Sahana? AMCAT is a company that conducts exams. So what about it? Yeah, if you want to write your personal traits, you can go ahead and write. There is no problem, but then you'll be repeating the information. What about address, house address? Okay. Your permanent address is what is there on your voter's ID, your driver's license, uh, your Aadhaar card. Okay. That is your permanent address. Should PAN card be mentioned? No, 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 no. Don't mention any other. Please don't give Aadhaar card number, PAN card number on the resume. It might get misused. Please don't do it. Yes, sir. You have to mention, yes, Vishal, you have to mention your current address. If your current address is different from your permanent address, like if you are from Delhi, but right now you are in Bangalore, your current address is Bangalore, your permanent address is Delhi. Where you are living is your current address. Where you are from is your permanent address. All clear so far? Any questions? Kindly give me a question or give me a thumbs up. Give me a dab, give me a peace sign. Can I continue? Sir, PAN card is compulsorily asked. Where should we mention? In personal information. If it's compulsorily asked, please write it in your personal information. Sir, where should we mention work experience if at all we have? Right before academic information, write about your work experience. Different font color and tiles, it's totally up to you, but then different font color will only mess it up. If you have work experience, mention it before academic qualification. Name of the company, designation, tenure, how many years or how many months you work. If you work for months, don't mention it. And you can only talk about your work experience provided you have the following. You need to have an offer letter, you need to have a relieving letter, and you need to have monthly pay slips. Only then please talk about your work experience. Okay, great. So I'm going to continue now. Font style, size, and formatting. The font styles, what are the different kinds of fonts that you can use while writing your resume? You can use Times New Roman, you can use Arial, and you can use Century Gothic. All right, these are the three font styles that you can use. Font size for everything, it has to be 12. For headings, you can increase it to 14 or 16 and underline it too. Formatting, please make sure that all the heading and subtext are well aligned, either left aligned or center aligned or right aligned. Preferably, let it be left aligned. To play it safe, let it be left aligned. Clear? Again, I'm going to repeat. Font style, Times New Roman, Arial or Century Gothic. Font size is 12 for normal things, and for any headings, it should be 14 or 16. Any heading like academic qualification is a heading, right? So that can be in 14 or 16. And make sure everything is clearly formatted. All right. Please make sure everything is properly formatted. If at all you have to email your resume, convert it from a Word document to a PDF document and then send, because you would have done your resume in Windows 8 and that person has Windows 10. Because of change, the formatting will also change. Once you convert it into PDF, it will not change. All right. So do not send Word copies, send PDF copies. So the do's and don'ts of a resume. Never fold a resume. Do not keep a resume over here under your armpits in your back pocket. Do not roll the resume and hold it like a baton. There should be no folding on a resume. It has to be plain, it has to be crisp, it has to be clean. No stains. All right. Coffee mug stain, lipstick stain. Sir, I'll go to Mandir, I'll put Bhagwan ka Ashirwad and that stain. No. No stains on the resume. No religious symbols. I would like to tell you very specifically, I know you like your God and God has helped you. Very good. Keep your God in your heart. Don't show it off, especially in an interview. Please don't show it off. Having separate folder for resumes. You should have a separate folder for your resumes and all the certificates like your marks cards and all you will have to carry, right? So have a folder. It is around 10 or 15 rupees. Having a minimum of 3 resumes when attending an interview. Please make sure that you at least carry 3 resumes, 3 printed resumes when you're doing it. Kindly give me a second. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to take this particular call. I couldn't miss this. All right. Um, all right. So please make sure that you have a minimum of 3 resumes. I'll tell you why you need to have a minimum of 3 resumes. Okay. Sometimes, as soon as you enter the company, if the company comes to your college, nothing like it. Yeah. Once you will have to submit the resume, the same resume will float around. But sometimes what happens during so many interviews going on, the resumes get misplaced. and you go to the interview and the interviewer says, hey, you know what, I misplaced your resume, can you please give me a resume? Then you cannot say, no sir, paper wastage, go get resume and come. Can you say it? No, right? That's your first interview. You want to give the best impression, so have at least three resumes. And never ever, never ever photocopy your resume. Xerox karane ka nahi. Please never ever photocopy your resume. It has to be printed. If at all it costs you 5 rupees per page, let it cost, no problem. But never ever take a photocopied resume. It will be torn into pieces right in front of you. Be very careful. Please do not carry photocopy of your resume. All right. um, and again, while writing your resume, think about what you're writing. There are few personal things that we do not like to talk about, like where you come from, or something about your mom and dad. Do not even mention about, don't bring it in the interview itself. It's not required. Okay, so please make sure that you do not write things which you don't want to talk about. Don't mention things that you do not want to talk about. Okay. Second, next, rather, keep the resume clear and positive. Guys, it's like this: your resume is your showcase. And what do you keep in a showcase? All the things which are nice and glittering and shiny, right? So keep the same thing. Please ensure that you keep it positive. Do not, until and unless they ask you for what your defects are, do not talk about your weaknesses. All right. And how to talk about your weaknesses, we will discuss this in the personal interview session, which will happen at a later date, which you will be informed about. Okay. But for right now, please ensure, please remember that you you do not reveal any negative information about yourself on your resume. Don't forget to sign the resume. Okay. A signature on a document holds a lot of value. And this is your first document, the first document of your life that you're going to sign. Do it with pride. Put your signature. Tell, yes, this is me. This is my education. This is my work experience. This is my additional qualification. These are my achievements. Tell it with pride. All right. So never ever hand over a resume without giving putting your signature. All right. So this is the model resume that you were a sample resume that you all wanted, which will be given out to you in online Genesis live session. There is going to it is going to be uploaded over there, so you can go ahead and you can have a look at it. So, any questions? That brings us to the last. Oh my God, I have so many questions over here. Let me answer them one by one. Uh, Okay. Sir, can we mention our strengths and weaknesses? I would suggest mention your strengths more than your weaknesses. Uh, what about the best resume marker apps? If you want to use it, you can go ahead and use it. Is it mandatory that resume should be of any particular color? If so, which are the colors we can use for making a resume? Nitya, if you ask me, I would say stick to white color. All right. Keep it plain, keep it simple, and keep it direct. Sir, about aptitude test, wrong person. Really wrong person. I don't know anything about aptitude tests. Uh, सर लाइव प्रोजेक्ट लिख सकते हैं क्या जो कॉलेज में करवाया जाता है? हाँ जी, बिल्कुल लिखे. Sir, you are invisible. Okay, now I don't know what happened. Am I visible? Am I visible now? Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment, please. Give me a moment. I think something is wrong. I should be visible now. I should be visible now in some time. There I am. I'm visible now, right? Yeah. Okay. Great. 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 Let me answer those questions then. लाइव प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में आप लिख सकते हो जरूर. Cooking can be a hobby provided you're not only cooking Maggie. If you're only cooking Maggie, please don't write it as a hobby. Okay, great. Okay, great, 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 great. Guys, all right. I have some information to give you. About certain. I want to give you information about certain things. Tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. there is a resume writing workshop with me. All right, it's a 2 hours workshop. The takeaway you will be creating resume which gets cross checked by me or by my team. Okay, so tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. that course has already been added to online.genesis.live. So please go there and register yourself. Uh, can you discuss about the questions asked in the interview? Certainly, Preeti, we will do it. To answer the questions asked in an interview, there is another session called as Get Mocked by Akshay. My name is Akshay. It is a one-on-one personal interview for 20 minutes with a personal feedback session. Okay, after the interview there is also going to be a personal feedback for you. All these courses are already uploaded on our website. Please make sure you go there and you enroll. Online.genesislive.in. I have just put in the link. Please use that link. If you especially for the mock get mocked by Akshay, it is a one-on-one interview that I'll be conducting with you. Once you uh, once you write it, once you register to the one-on-one interview, we will call you back. We will set a slot for you, and then we will let you know what time is your interview. Okay, we will have a discussion as to what time the interview will be conducted, and then we will take the one-on-one interview. Apart from this, yes, we are also planning to have a live session for what do you say, the most frequently asked questions in an interview. We will be having that, and you can expect it to come out very soon, very very soon. All right. Now I request you to kindly go back to online.genesislive.in and take your test. If you need the certification, please take the test. Again, I'm going to remind you, tomorrow there is a resume writing 2 hour session from 11 to 1, where you will be with me and we will write the resume together, and I will be able to give you a feedback about your resume. What kind of paper should we use for printing? Please use uh, a good paper, not very thin one. Yes, if you are applying online, signature can be done online. The signature is important online too. The rest of you, please go and take the test for certification. And if you can tell me what how much you scored, it would be really great. If you can tell me about your score, it will be really great. If you can come back and tell me your score is nothing like it, people. Awesome. 3.75. First, so Harsh, very good. Anyone above 2 will get a certificate. Again, I am telling tomorrow from 11 to 1, there is a workshop on resume writing where we are going to write the resume and I am going to review it for you so that you have the right kind of resume. And also, there is another course called as Get Mocked by Akshay. It is a one-on-one interview. We just made it sound funny. Nothing personal over there. Please make sure you register. Once you register, we will get in touch with you. We will call you and we will arrange an interview on the same day. It's going to be a video interview so that since it's a video interview, you will also know how to handle the upcoming online interviews. All right, so how you should say it, what you should do, how you're supposed to present yourself, all that will be mentioned. The lighting effect, the sound effect, the ambient noises, everything we will talk about. It is going to be a one on one. So please make sure that you register for this particular course. All right. There are two courses, one tomorrow, and that is of resume writing, and then there is a personal interview also. Hima, you can take up the test on online Genesis, online.genesislive.in, wherever from wherever you got this particular registered, wherever you registered for this course, there is only the test. Srivatsa 5, awesome. Deep 4, very good, great. Stages 5 on 5, awesome, man, awesome. You guys are just amazing, guys. The test link is the same place where you enrolled, Nayana. The same place where you enrolled for this course, there the test is over there. Bhumika 3.75, great, good one. It is showing there buy with 500 rupees. You register, then we will look into what it is, Mahesh. How to take the test? You take the test by clicking on the same link you took to register. Krishna Priya 3.75, awesome. All right, I guess that brings us to the end of today's session. It's been almost 2 hours and 9 minutes. Make it 2 hours, 10 minutes. It was wonderful talking to you guys. It was absolutely great talking to you guys. It's nice to see that so many of you are interested. Um, Thank you so much for for participating. I wish to see more of you tomorrow and the day after. And I hope we are in touch. I hope this session really, really helped you and cleared all your doubts. If you have any doubts, do not hesitate. Visit our website, leave a comment, or wherever you registered, leave a comment over there, or leave a comment on this video, and we'll make sure that we get in touch with you and we answer. All right. It's all about connecting. All right. So please do connect. Sahana 3.75. Awesome. Great, guys. So I am Prince Yadav 5. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please do leave a note, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell icon so that you get notifications every time we are going live. Please do subscribe. Please do comment. It means a lot to us. Uh, your feedback will act. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, please do comment, subscribe, click on the bell icon for to get notifications. You're most welcome, Himani, Natasha, Priya, Krishnaveni, Hima, Nischit, Sahana, Krishna Priya. You're most welcome. You're most welcome, guys. You're most welcome. It was really great helping you guys. I hoped it helped. Thank you, Pritisha. Nayana, you enroll into it. We'll look into it later. Sahana, you will find the certificate in the same place where uh, you took the board, online Genesis. Nayana, you will take the test in the same place where you registered for the course, online.genesis.in. Ranjit, thank you. Amrut, if you have scored less than 2, then you would not get it. Pleasure, pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. It was great interacting with you guys. It was amazing interacting with you guys. There is a section called How to Generate Certificate. within the course. There is a section how to generate certificate within the course. Please go there and download it. The last section within the course explains how to generate the certificate. Amrut, the last section within the course explains how to generate the certificate. Great, guys. Sure, Shreyas, we will put in more efforts to make sure that we help you. Thank you for your feedback. Great, Preeti. 3.75. Not bad. Thank you, Shreyas. Thank you, Sarika. Thank you, Mahesh. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for attending the session, guys. Percentage of placement in your college, I would not know, Shreyas. Guys, on online.genesislive.in, this is a place where you can find a lot of videos and quizzes which is related to the preparation.